welcome back to my channel. Now it has been a little while since I've done one of these videos, obviously with lockdown, but this is my first trip back on the road since then, and I'm very excited to be exploring East Yorkshire and the Yorkshire Wolds. Now I do actually know this area fairly well as my parents live up this way, but I've decided to spend the next few days visiting some places that I haven't been before, and I'm starting with Sledmere House and the Sledmere Estate, which is where I am now. So the house you can see behind me is a beautiful Grade 1 listed Georgian mansion, and it's set in just acres of ground. Absolutely beautiful, with walled gardens. There's hundreds of deer that I can see in front of me. And this, so they'll have been able to see this out of the front windows. Beautiful pond and water feature. And it's actually quite busy today. There's lots of families out, but because the grounds is so big, it doesn't really feel too crowded at all. I've just come into the walled garden, which I love. It feels like something from a classic novel. There's these lovely high stone walls and vines all up them, and there's so much fruit as well. There's loads of apples growing around. I'd actually love to be able to grow vegetables like this, but unfortunately living in South London there isn't really the garden space to have this much. So a balcony will have to do. So when you walk around the grounds, you actually come across a few of these, which are called bug hotels. And the idea is that you fill it with leaves and twigs, things that you find around, and create a nice ecosystem for the bugs to live in. So we've driven to the very pretty village of Thixendale, and we're about to do the Thixendale circular route, which is a walk of about 5 miles, I think, into the Wolds, and it actually goes past some outdoor artwork which I'd like to see on the way. And I'm actually walking with my family, so they've come to join me for the afternoon, which is nice. My mum and dad like walking. And actually the weather is holding out, which is good, because the past few days have been a little bit rainy. And some of these Yorkshire villages are so pretty. There's a lovely church up ahead. So this is the Thixendale that the village is actually named after, and it's a chalk lowland valley. There's obviously lots of sheep around, but we've also seen quite a number of birds of prey, including a sparrowhawk just over there. So we're about to be on the last part of the walk, which is heading back towards Thixendale, and we're going to go past an outdoor artwork or sculpture by Chris Drury, which is called Waves and Time, which apparently from the air looks even more impressive. arrived at Waves and Time, and the idea was that it was always going to be very subtle in the landscape, and he's obviously done that, because honestly I nearly walked past it without even realising it was here. Obviously now I can see it, and from above it looks amazing. It's a bit of a surprising place actually to put a piece of art or a sculpture, but I think his vision was that when he came here he realised it was the confluence of two glacial valleys that created a kind of vortex in the centre, and obviously this sculpture is meant to represent that. So this area of East Yorkshire is actually quite famous for art lovers for a number of reasons. One is the sculpture that we've just seen, and secondly it's because these landscapes were the inspiration for a lot of David Hockney's paintings. And I've just come to one which is called Bigger Trees Near Water, Water being the little village just around the corner. And I'm going to try and line up where the painting is on my phone and then pull it up so you guys can see the inspiration. So I've been staying at the Northstar Sanctum for the past few days, and they have some gorgeous lodges. They're all individually themed, and mine is called the Raj, and there's just lots of really unique touches. So you get the Mada Jaffrey Curry Bible, which I love. That's one of my favourite cookbooks. It's beautiful outside, really peaceful, and there's a hot tub, which is obviously great, especially now the sun has come out. There's a big living room area. So my bedroom's through there, and there's a second bedroom here. Both have got ensuite. There is a log fire, which I did actually light on the first night because it was a little bit chilly outside then. So one of the selling points of Northstar Sanctum is they all have amazing hot tubs outside. And you maybe don't think East Yorkshire and straight away think hot tub, but it is a glorious night, blue sky, and I'm going to relax in the tub with a drink before dinner. I've come just down the road from where I was staying to a town or village, should I say, of Withernsea. And walking down this street, there is something at the end that you would not expect to see in a town. So there is a lighthouse at the end of the street here, and when this was built, it's 400 metres from here to the sea, and it was just sand dunes there, so they were worried about coastal erosion. But it hasn't eroded at all, so now they're left with a lighthouse in the centre of a town. I think when a lot of people think of an English seaside break, they tend to think of Devon and Cornwall. But actually, along the East Yorkshire coast, there's some great towns and villages, and a lot of them are really traditional. So they've got little ice cream shops and fish and chips and amusement arcades, and actually the surf is really good on the East Coast. So a few years ago I did a TV advert for Visit England, and with Rupert Grint. I'm a big Harry Potter fan, so that was really cool, and it was actually filmed up near Bridlington because it's really popular for surfing, and kite surfing as well actually. fascinating imagery along the coast of how Withernsea used to look some 100 years ago. And the beaches are still packed, but everyone's in their finery. Tennis courts here, right by the coast. The old railway station. It looks amazing back in the heyday. I hope you all enjoyed exploring just a little snippet of East Yorkshire with me. There's a lot more to do here. This is very much just scratching the surface. But I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe.